Hey guys, Matt here. Welcome back to Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. Last time we went on actually 2 dates with Robert, though technically one because he didn't even show up for the first one. And then he kicked us out again after we fucked him a second time. And then we had a pretty interesting encounter with Mary, who is Joseph's wife, so that's pretty interesting. I wonder if his dates are any different depending on if you do them before or after you see that scene. Well, anyways, I'm going to do a date with him today, just to see if it's referenced at all after the fact. This is also, I believe, the first episode I'm starting on the dad book page, not the title screen. Normally I start on the title screen, or at least the main menu. Anyways, Joseph Christensen, voted Maple Bay's #1 youth minister for 5 years running, living in my hometown with my beautiful wife and our 4 amazing kids, possibly possessed. If I'm not in church, you can catch me out on the open water, setting sail on the seas of adventure. I love playing guitar and crushing my kids at Candyland. On Friday night, you are most likely to lead the community in a fun mixer. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? My 6th string? That's respectable. What are your turn-ons? My loving wife? Probably shouldn't be. She's not good. What did you want to be when you grew up? Ship captain. I can see that. You have the little sweater tied around you. What's your favorite movie genre? Feel-good movies? Yeah. What's your ideal date? Lovely night on the town with my wife. Oh, I see. So we basically stand no chance unless we are married. What do you never leave home without? The good book. The Bible. Of course. Spend a lot of time thinking about how I can be a better man, husband, and father. We are going to message you to see if your wife is in any of your dates at all. I'm sure she must be. She's one of the few wives in this game who are still around. So it's not always elaborated on what happens to the other ones. It is sometimes. Maybe on the second dates. Though Robert certainly wasn't. We don't know a thing about Robert. Like, we know he has a kid with the one he's in this game, and 2, it's mentioned earlier, but we've never seen him or his wife/ex-wife, but we can assume that's why he's been kicking us out. Whatever. His family's a little weird, but Joseph seems cool. I should take him up on his offer to hang out. Wait. How do I hang out with a priest? I don't go to church. He's not a priest, he's a pastor. There's a difference. Should I be Jesus-y? I imagine Joseph's family staring at me as I fumble through some sort of prayer attempt. Maybe not too Jesus-y. A light smattering of Jesus. Will he want me to pray? Is he going to pray at me? Do I have to pray at him? As a somewhat religious person, this hurts me. This hurts me a lot. Talking to Joseph, huh? Yeah, I knew it was Amanda, so... 'Cause who else would it be? Amanda, how many times have I told you not to sneak up on me like that? I selectively ignore it every time you do, Pops. Amanda looks over my shoulder at the screen. Joseph can't read your mind, you know. If you want to talk, just message him. But I've never been friends with a priest before. What should I talk about? My favorite Bible passage? Ice cream socials? Khakis? Goodness. First of all, he's youth minister with a tattoo, not a priest. Exactly! There's a difference? Yes, there's a huge difference. Goodness, you're overthinking it, Dad. Listen, just put it like this. Hello, neighbor. Thanks again for the invite to the BBQ. I'd love to hang out soon if you're not too busy. Isn't that a little too... business casual? Fine, give me the keyboard, I got this. Amanda focuses on the keys. Oh no, we're letting her do it? Hi Joseph, it was great meeting you and your family. I'm still new around here, so if you'd like, I'd love to hang out and get to know you. See ya. The smiley's a nice touch. Almost immediately I received a response. What'd he say? Hi, Darnan. If you're not doing anything in a bit, the kids and I are baking treats for the church bake sale today, and we'd love to have you over. It'll be a blast, so let me know. Joseph. Oh, God, he signs off his texts. Like, we know it's him. Who else would it be? Oh, so pretentious. That wasn't so bad. He uses a lot of exclamation points. I'm more concerned about him signing his name with a tilde. I know, right? Like, goodness. Just use a dash, or not at all, because of course it's you. Though exclamation points are better than all caps. All caps is just attention whoring. I'm willing to let it slide this time. I respond back. Sounds like fun. Darnin. Oh, damn my fro. Something come on by the house as soon as you're ready. We'll be here. Well, guess I'm doing this. I didn't see the first word. Save a brownie for me? Promise you won't sneak up on me anymore? Amanda stares at me, unblinking. I don't make promises I can't keep. Real to a fault, Pops. And Dad, please don't be weird about the religion thing. I'm totally going to be, you know. Me weird never. You know I'm going to be. I make the short walk over to Joseph's place. Don't be weird, Darnin. But what if they hang up a bunch of crosses or collect those little porcelain babies? What if they're all praying? Do they pray before dinner? During dinner? Over the porcelain babies? The door begins to creak open, a shadowy figure obscured on the other side. Who's there? Darnin? The door opens the rest of the way. Oh, it's Joseph's eldest. What's his name? Of course I don't remember. He has an anchor on his house, just like his tattoo. That's cool. I didn't notice that last episode. Hey. I gave him a very specific voice, but I don't remember what it was. Hey. It was his oldest. No, Christian was one of the twins. Chris was the youngest. It's Chris. Hi again, I'm Darnin. I know what your name is. Good, I was right. Oh, no points for knowing the name? Goodness. Oh yeah, we met at the barbecue. How's the, Please don't say it. Jesus. Oh, damn it, Darnin. I think that's my favorite line in the game. Jesus. Chris blinked slowly. Maybe he didn't hear that. You're weird. Is your dad... Before I finish, Chris walks into an adjacent room, leaving me in front of the open doorway. Home? This was a great first impression. For a moment I wonder if I should just go in, further subjecting Joseph's family to my winning attitude and artful charisma. Mercifully, Joseph, he peeks his head around the corner. That he should not be there. Darnin, you made it! Joseph approaches with his arms wide. I'm so glad you could come by. I forgot he was a hugger. Are you ready to bake? I am not. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. That's the kind of semi-confidence I like to see in a baking assistant. Come on in. Joseph leads me into a bright, spacious home full of nautical knickknacks. This isn't what I imagined at all. It's actually pretty charming. I believe you've met Chris, who left you outside. Chris? Are you going to apologize? Oh, right. Sorry. I try to make eye contact with Chris, but he keeps looking away. He must be really shy. See, you'd think I would remember what voice I gave Chris, even though he only had one line at the barbecue, because I literally just edited that this morning. It's alright. Next time just be a little more inviting to our guests, okay? Sure. Chris seems to relish the chance to escape the conversation and quickly vanishes into his room. Joseph turns to me apologetically. Don't take it personally. Chris likes to keep to himself. I mean, we didn't start off on the best foot in the world, plus being the eldest in a big family can't be easy. We try to cut him a little slack where we can. Ah, and here are the twins, Christian Christie. Say hello to Darnin. I don't like them, they're creepy and they're gonna talk in unison again, I guarantee it. Hello, Father. Hello, Darnin. Kids, come on, dial it back on the creepy twin stick. Creepy twin stick? No, I'm gonna egg them on. Can you two say, come play with us, Danny? Of course it would say Danny. Oh, goodness. They know. That was just an in-joke. Oh, no. The twins stare up in unblinking unison. Come play with us, Danny. That's probably a quote from a movie almost directly. I wish they were blinking in unison. That'd be great. Joseph covers his mouth and looks away, but he's clearly holding back a big laugh. Yay, that was good. This is it. This is my Dad World Series. Okay, now say, please help us, Mothra. Please help us, Mothra. No, I can't take it. Joseph is trying his best not to break in front of his kids. The twins seem to be catching on and look eager to bust their dad. But can we keep it up? They're not possessed anymore, that's good. Or at least they don't look possessed. Ooh, go with something creepy or something obscure. I feel like if I try creepy, I'll accidentally make it too creepy. Like maybe almost satanic, which would be like super bad considering the, religion thing. Something obscure he might not get, but if he does, that's so many points, it's worth it. Now say, he who walks behind the rose. The twins tilt their heads in confusion. Uh-oh. He walks? He who behind. Or behind some rows? The room is silent besides Joseph absolutely losing his mind. The last flub really sealed it. Oh, goodness. Children of the Corn? Really? That's not obscure. Everyone's seen Children of the Corn. And heck, that'd be the creepy one. I don't know. Is that not mainstream? Am I off my game? Something fierce today? Okay, I've heard this a lot, especially recently from specific people, like just adding something fierce in a way, like saying like extremely, but like it doesn't make sense grammatically, and I never say it because I don't like it. So like I don't get it. I don't get why that's a thing. It just sounds weird whenever I hear it or read it. Ugh, I don't like it. I don't like that phrasing. Great job, guys. We're scary. I was very scared, especially at the barbecue. Joseph can't take it anymore. Despite his quiet protestations, he's laughing pretty hard into his hand, and the kids giggle with him. I am a great stepdad. The twins obviously pleaded with a new arsenal of spooky weapons. Leave the room to terrorize the rest of the community. My work here is done. I'm going to be hearing those lines for weeks. Next time we hang out, I'll try to teach them some lines from The Thing. Alright, so it looks like we got a bit of a troublemaker on our hands. You think you can out-trouble a career pro? I don't know about... What'd he say? I'm suddenly interrupted by a loud crash from the kitchen. What now? That doesn't sound good. Christy? No one responds. Joseph furrows his brow and motions for me to stay where I am. Wait here a minute. Joseph rushes into the kitchen. I remember this with Amanda. Half of fatherhood is trying to keep your kids from finding creative ways to kill themselves, and he's got 4. Talk about worry. I take a seat on his surprisingly pristine couch and twiddle my thumbs. Examine bookshelf, examine coffee table. There's a teen magazine there. I don't want to mess with that. Examine floor. There's like, looks like Jenga blocks, random toys. Head into the kitchen. He said stay here. Maybe he has some cool books, Some Jesus books. Like Bibles of all sorts. It's a pretty sturdy wooden bookshelf. It looks handmade. Did Joseph build this? There's a big stack of what look like travel magazines. Hyenas of the Serengeti, the underwater mysteries of the Antarctic, and on and on. Seems like Joseph really loves a good adventure. Unless this is a Mary thing. Who knows? Next to them are a couple of different Bibles. Looks like he's covering all the Bible bases. I knew it. King James, New American Standard, the Bible for teens? He is a cool youth minister, after all. On a higher shelf there are a bunch of old romance novels. Judging by the white wine stains, these must be Mary's. The newest one looks like Hot Body Johnson Sex Detective. The 8th installment in... Wait, this is a series? I could examine more things. I feel like it's eventually going to want me to just go into the kitchen, but I'm going to procrastinate it so he at least thinks I've been listening and waiting. Well, you have this many kids and things are bound to end up on the floor, no matter how hard you try to keep it clean. I spot a terrifying cloth doll that appears to have had both arms pulled off several times. It's been stitched back together a lot. The tag says, C+C, of course. I set that down and spot a houseplant. Hey, little guy. Keep being you, tiny houseplant. I spot one last thing on the floor next to the houseplant. It's a silver necklace. Wow, this looks expensive for something casually tossed on the floor. If there's a story here, it's none of my business. Coffee table time, that teen magazine. There's a couple cool knickknacks on the coffee table in front of me. Hey, a cross. Hey, another cross. This one looks a little different. And a third cross. Unified design aesthetic. Smart choices. There's also a brass thing here. It looks like something a sailor would use to navigate with. I think they're called sextants. Heh, sex. I was thinking it. It's been a while. I guess I should go in the kitchen and see what's up. See, it's because I waited it out. That's probably a good thing. I walk into the kitchen to find Joseph holding Christy in one arm. She seems a lot calmer than she was a minute ago. I raise an eyebrow at Joseph. The twins are a lot more manageable when they're separated. Where's Christian? He ran off. Christy drops a spoon into the brownie batter and gives it a taste. Dad, it's too sweet. You're too sweet. Oh, Joseph, please stop. No, I'm not. You're so sweet, we might have to water you down with spiders. Oh, goodness. No, not spiders. Joseph begins tickling Christy with his free hand. Between the laughing and squirming, I don't know how he's got a hold of her, but that girl is locked in place. The man is a professional child wrangler. Don't tell people that. Goodness. Christy fixes me with her best puppy dog eyes. Save me from the spiders. Spoon Duel the Spider King renegade option. I want to spoon duel the Spider King. I really do. I grab a wooden spoon and point it in Joseph's direction. I'm gonna break something, I know it. Unhand her, foul beast. Okay, Darnin the Valiant, let's see what you've got. Oh, God. Joseph is the greatest father. You may have defeated me at Tarantula Ridge, but now I have the upper hand. Joseph gently puts Christy down behind him. Have you come to squash me, knight, or have you merely fallen into my web? I'm no mere fly, Spider King. Now on guard! For a minute or so, Joseph and I mock duel with the two dumbest-looking spoons in the room. Eventually, I strike a killing blow in the invisible heart between his arm and his body, and Joseph recoils in horror. Blast! I am defeated. He said it again. Blast! I am defeated. You could never best me, Spider King, for I have the power of. I sneak a taste from the brownie batter. The magic. Oh man, that is way too sweet. Christy begins jumping up and down excitedly. My hero! Christy hugs my leg before making a surprisingly fast exit. Hey, wait, do you want to bake brownies with us? Christy hesitates, then shakes her head no again. Sparkle Pony. Sparkle Pony? Joseph looks confused. You don't want to bake with Dad now? You want to play with Sparkle Pony? Yes. Okay, go. Before Joseph can even finish his sentence, Christy is out the door and down the hall. Ahead. Joseph sighs deeply as he stares into the chocolate batter. He tastes it again, face twisting. And that is still way too sweet. So what made that crash? Egg beaters on linoleum foil. It's my new techno single. Still haven't thought of a B-side. Oh man, you and Matt would get along so well. Now we're both looking into the batter. It's got a sticky sheen of sugar and chocolate candies throughout, and I have a feeling Christy had something to do with it. We need a fresh start. Oh, yeah, like I said, I'm not really a baker, but... Oh god, are we gonna do a cooking minigame? Don't even sweat it. The bag came with instructions that have mysteriously vanished along with my daughter, so we'll probably be fine. Probably. Yeah, probably. He certainly looks confident. Alright, Darnin, you've baked a cake from a box before. Once. How hard could this be? Now grab a spoon and get ready to rock. Mario Batali, save me. Joseph and I set to work, cracking the eggs and mixing the things, and then pouring the things according to how we assumed the back of the box would tell us to do. Things go according to plan, and soon enough we have a solid batch of brownies. Oh, thank God, I do not want to do a cooking minigame today. Woo! Or wait, no, that's me. Woo, wait. Joseph has a little dot of batter on his nose. Oh my, this is a perfect setup. I also wish it was visualized. Wow, Darnin, way to use those dad skills. I bet you've baked a few box mixes in your time. His nose. Joseph. All we have to do is bring these to the bake sale and voila, duty done. Now help me find Christy. Keep your eye out for a pony that sparkles. Joseph, hold still. No, don't try to get it off. Just tell him, please. Thumb in position. And got it. Joseph's eyes go wide as I gently wipe the chocolate off of his nose. Is he blushing? Of course he is. He would be. Thanks. No problem. In less than a second, I've licked the batter off my finger. It's really good batter. We should find Christy. Yes, we should do that. Darnin'. Joseph quickly composes himself. Alright, she can't be far. You take the Delta position and I'll watch your 6. Do you even know what that means? Alpha Tango Sparkle. Roger, roger. Joseph starts making his way down the hall and calls back to me. Take the brownies and the rest of the stuff I baked earlier today while I get Christy. We'll meet you out by the car. Are we actually? Oh, we're actually at the bake sale. Joseph, Christy, and I arrive at the church parking lot to find fold-out tables and pop-up tents already set up. Looks like the bake sale is already in full swing. Wow, this place is packed. Is this packed? There are a few people milling around. Must be a value pack. If you can count a city's population on your fingers and toes, this counts as packed. Point. Christy rockets out of the car and into the lot. Is she running on jet fuel? I want to sell brownies. Okay, let's get set up. I want to see Mom. Oh no. She's down by the other row of tables helping out with another group. Oh man, want to go over there and tell her I said hi? Oh boy. Encountering Mary. Oh, is this gonna get awkward? Mom! Christy zips over immediately. Joseph seems unconcerned. Does she always run that fast? Yeah, and I can only catch her half the time. These knees aren't what they used to be. I remember when Amanda was her age, I couldn't get her to sit still for 5 seconds. Yep, great age to deal with. While Christy's gone, Joseph and I arrange all our baked goods on the table and settle in. So, are we allowed to eat any of our own goods? Look, if I don't see nothing, I don't say nothing. The man upstairs has strong feelings about snitches. Of course he does. Does he actually? Joseph shrugs. He eats a brownie. It looks like some of the other stalls are selling drinks, little handmade crafts, and other sweets. Whoa, someone bought a soft serve ice cream machine. I gesture to it. How are we supposed to compete with that? Please, this isn't my first time to the rodeo, the bake sale rodeo. There's actually no rodeo here. It's just a bake sale. I think you and I put together can make one pretty convincing argument for these brownies, don't you? Oh yeah, I hope so. Sneak another brownie to ease your fear of public interaction. I'm gonna be positive. Oh yeah. Aw, that gets me more hearts. We high five. If you bake it, they will come. It's not long before we have our first customers. It's Matt and Carmencita. Yay! Ooh, I did not expect this. Bonus time with Matt. Yay! Oh, I wonder if this dialogue's different depending on how many dates we've done with him. Oh no. Hey, dude. Hiya. Matt, Carmencita, great to see you guys out here. Happy to support a good cause. Plus, you know, as the owner and proprietor of the Coffee Spoon, an establishment that specializes in baked goods, I have to scope out the competition. Joseph leans close to me. This guy knows his stuff. Stay on your toes. Oh, I know he does, believe me. So, what recipe did you use for these brownies? Don't say you used the box recipe. Don't say you used the box recipe. I know I'm gonna say I used the box recipe, but, like, technically I didn't, because we just made it up. we used the box recipe. He said not to say it. Just how Nana used to make. Oh, that's almost too much. You know what? Improvised sounds bad. Box recipe sounds bad. Let's do it. Let me tell you a story, Matt. The way they made brownies in the old country, yeah, that was all thanks to Grandma Linson. Travelers from far and wide would make the pilgrimage to her sleepy little town simply to be amazed by her masterful use of chocolate. All that knowledge, all that experience, it was passed on to me. Ha, sure. Can I get points with him for that? Joseph leans over again to me. Lying is literally one of the 10 things we try not to do. Okay, number 1, 10 things, I get it, 10 commandments, but also you shall not lie is not one, it's you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. But like, dude? What the fuck? I don't like Joseph anymore, he's a stick in the mud. Alright, we'll take 2. Actually, we'll take 3. You know what? That story wasn't for you, Joseph, it was for Matt, so don't at me. I hate people who use that one ironically. I ring them up and high-five Joseph as our happy customers walk away. Maybe we shouldn't be high-fiving since he just gave me shadows. He just threw shade at me. God. See? Not so hard. Yeah, if I lie, that's why it worked. It wouldn't have worked if we were honest, or if we said we used the box recipe, which still would have been a lie. Whatever. Yeah, I'm hot off the good feelings from the last sale. Who's next? We sell brownies to a bunch of people I don't recognize, but who clearly know Joseph. And eventually another familiar face pops up. Darnin! Oh, it's Brian! Oh boy, it's Brian! Close enough, close enough. Wait, did he not call me Darnin? I don't know. Can we interest you in any of our fine sweets and treats? You sure can. I bet I could eat 10 brownies. Must resist urge to be competitive. It is Brian. I mean, I bet I could eat 11 brownies. Let the man buy his brownies. You know what? We're gonna let the man buy them. I don't want to get into an eating competition. Let's just let it be for now. So we'll put you down for 10? Ha! Better make it just 2. One for me and one for Daisy. Coming right up. You excited for the youth group movie night, Daisy? Yeah, what's the movie? It's a surprise. Joseph leans over to me. It's the Fast and the Furious. Really? If you think about it, there's some heavy religious undertones. Joseph hands a baggie to Daisy. I made sure to give you guys the edges. Clearly it's the superior part of the brownie topography. Thanks, Joseph. You know, I strongly disagree with that. Our 2 customers walk off with their purchases. Joseph and I survey our stock. These are selling pretty hot. At this rate, we'll have enough money to pay for a new paint job on the church pews in no time. Wait, what happened to the pews? Ernest spray painted his rapper alias onto them. Young Steinbeck. Steinbeck, of course. Ernest is Hugo's kid, if you forgot. Also Steinbeck. He certainly takes after his father, if he came up with that alias himself. I would have gone for Young Man in the Sea, but I can respect that. Speaking in ministerial terms, Ernest is hard to reach. Yeah, I can see that. In father terms, Ernest is kind of a turd. Being a cool youth minister seems like a lot of work. It is, but it's worth it. Although, sometimes I wish... Never mind. What? It's kinda silly, but... Do you ever wish you could just drop everything and go lounge around on a beach somewhere in the tropics, drink fruity blended beverages, fall asleep on a hammock, you know, basically live out a Jimmy Buffett song? Oh, he's the Jimmy Buffett dad. Oh my god. I was, like, literally, weeks or maybe even months before this game came out, they said something on Twitter about there being a whole bunch of Jimmy Buffett references in this game. I think I found the dad that has them. Joseph, I think about this every single day of my life. My dream is to live in Margaritaville. One day, my friend, one day we'll be on island time. I love this! We make a couple more sales to more church patrons. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Off in the distance, I spot my old buddy Craig. Oh, are we just gonna encounter all the dads? Or at least talk about them? Man. You know, I want to do more dates with Joseph, because even though he can be a stick in the mud about lying and all that crap, Jimmy Buffett puns, man. I can get all sorts of music puns with Matt, but I can only get Jimmy Buffett puns with this guy. Oh. Craig! He's gonna be a hard sell. Craig's a fitness man. I think he comes to these bake sales to test himself, to see if he has the resolve to refuse processed sugar. Oh, this is gonna be the challenge. Are you sure you're ready for this? We go way back. I got this. Craig jogs up to... Ooh, he has his kids! Craig jogs up to our table with Briar and Hazel in tow. They're each finishing an ice cream cone, so it's unlikely we're going to sell them on brownies, too. You know, I wonder if this scene would be different, like if we hadn't already done one date with Craig, if he wouldn't have Briar and Hazel with him. But since we have and we know who they are, that we do know them. Or if he just introduced them here instead. I don't know. I really wonder all the, like, small technicalities with things. I probably won't be able to sell the baby. She's impossible to read. It all comes down to Craig. Hey, bros. Hey, bros. Hi, Uncle Joseph. Hi, Amanda's dad. Would you be interested in one of our delicious homemade brownies? I don't know. Remember that one time? You can't spell diet without die. Tempt him. We're gonna reminisce. I'm gonna make him reminisce. Hey Craig, when we were freshmen, remember how our next door neighbors pranked us by switching out laundry detergent with dish soap and how the washing machine exploded with suds? And then we decided to get back at them by baking brownies for them but sprinkling high intensity hot sauce into the mix, and then we watched them cry after eating it? I would feel bad, but we had to clean up the laundry room ourselves. Anyway, these brownies are like that but without the hot sauce. Maybe you should get one for old time's sake. Craig thinks for a second. Well, the girls just want a game. You know what? We'll take one for each of us. Even River? I'll eat hers. Yes! Eggplants too! That makes up for the shadows earlier. Yay. You've got yourself a deal. The day winds down and we're pretty much out of items to sell. Everyone starts packing up. Christy eventually comes back and immediately falls asleep in Joseph's folding chair. Boxed mix, huh? Mary saunters up to us. She looks like she'd rather be anywhere else than here. Are we going to reference last night? Oh, hi honey. Yep, they're selling like hotcakes. Which is, actually, they're just brownies. Cute. And boring. And safe. Hey Mary. Mary's eyes dart over to me. What's the rookie doing here? I was just hoping to introduce Darnan to the rest of the community. Uh-huh. You get a load of this freak show. What? Weird folk is all. Holier than that types. This is your husband you're talking about, Mary. Also, I really want to know if this dialogue is any different depending on if we had already seen that between date scene from last night. Don't you think, Darnan? Mary. Let the kid answer the question. This is... Oh my god, Mary is an awful wife. You know what? They seem nice. They all seem like they're really excited to help out the church. That's pretty cool, I guess. I'm going after Joseph now. Fuck you. Mary, can we talk about this later? Oh, am I embarrassing you in front of your new friend? Joseph doesn't respond, trying his hardest to keep his cool. Can we please talk about this later? Sure thing, honey bear. Mary turns her attention to me. Hand over the cash. Jesus, I'm not trying to rob you. I'm in charge of the funds here. You took the Lord's name in vain. You deserve to get shadows from him. Goodness, man. I hand over the cash we've made. It feels like a hefty wad, if I may say so myself. No! Was that an in-joke? Thanks. Now give me your wallet. What? Give me your wallet. You think this church is gonna fix itself? Mary. I'm kidding. Sorry, I'll work on the whole pretending to be happy thing. Mary leans in and whispers to me. He's really good at it. He's really good at it. I don't like her at all. I freaking hate her. I kinda liked her first night and last night too, but like, goodness, Mary walks off without saying goodbye. Yeesh. I'm really sorry about that. Are you okay? What's her deal? Or brownies fix everything? I want to say what's her deal, but she is still his wife. Are you okay? Asking him about his feelings, but he'll probably be like, I'm fine, it's nothing. But if I want to go for like bro points, brownies fix everything. Let's eat some of these bad boys. This brownie will alleviate the situation. I take a brownie and split it in half, offering it to Joseph. He takes it. We eat. How's that feel? Better. Yes, hearts. I knew it. I knew that'd be the good option. You ready to head out? Joseph and I load the folding tables back into my car. Christy nods off the moment Joseph straps her into the car seat. I drop Joseph off in front of his house. This is my house. A small yawn sneaks out of me. Looks like I tuckered you out, huh? I'm a sleepy dad. I think I might finally be crashing from all the sugar. I won't keep you up then. Thanks for helping out today. Happy to do it. Also happy to eat brownies. Well, next time I promise we'll do something a bit more exciting and a bit less free labor. And I'm very sorry about the whole thing with Mary. You shouldn't have had to see that. I've walked her home before, dude. It's fine, really. I know, but first hangout domestic problems aren't a good look. You barely know me. Let me make it up to you next time. It won't be Margaritaville, but we'll do something fun. Promise. I kind of want it to be Margaritaville. I smile. Maybe third date is Margaritaville. I'd be down with that. I'd like that. Oh, and one last thing. Joseph tosses a cling-wrapped brownie through the window. It hits me in the face, but I'm able to catch it. It's the last one. You earned it. Joseph, please don't leave me alone with this brownie. Nope, too late. I'm already walking away. But, bye. Joseph walks up to his home. He waves at me before carrying Christy inside. Well, looks like it's just you and me, Brownie. I'll save the brownie for later, you know? It could be a thing for a future date, or I could give it to Amanda, you know. I pocket the brownie. This might come in handy down the road. It'll go bad, though. Won't it? I don't know. I step inside to find Amanda doing her homework on the couch. Hey, Father Unit. Hi, child that I'm required by law to care for. How's homework? It's really fun and educational. Really? How long have you known me for? Right. How was the bake sale? Good. I think I really could have made a good life for myself as a brownie salesman. Glad to hear it. I mean, yeah, I did sell a lot of those brownies. Who cares if I lied about one of them, you know? That's what sales is. Goodness. So what? Were there any extra brownies? Or did you maybe sneak one? Or I told you we'd be saving it for Amanda. I think for a moment, and realize that I still have the brownie that Joseph gave me. This would probably do better in someone else's stomach than mine. See, if I had eaten it out there, she'd be disappointed in me. Heads up. Wait! I hurl the brownie toward Amanda. It hits the wall behind her and falls on the ground. Nice throw. She scoops it up and smiles at me. Thanks, Pops. Oh, she's still eating it. Good. Hey, if you're not going to bed anytime soon, would you be game for some real shark hunters of Orange County? How many shows are there? I thought the last hunter got eaten by a shark. He did. I sit down next to her and cozy up with a blanket. Awesome. Sweet, we did a date with Joseph. That was awesome. Are we having a scene or date complete? Man, it went well. It went really well. Temptation. Of course, temptation.
I've never had that much fun in my life. That was awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. that was cute. S rank, even though we got shadows, I'm starting to think that these ranks are just randomized. We got 2 C ranks in Robert States, and there's nothing we could have done to change that. But whether you get an S or an A rank might just be randomized. And the total dad points, that's probably just a random number, and daddy points. Or actually, that's probably about, like, eggplants and hearts and all that. Margarita Zone. Oh, that's awesome. So I definitely do want to do more dates with Joseph down the line. I kind of wanted to do my second date with Hugo next episode, but we still haven't done a single date with Damien or Brian, and we did encounter Brian this time. We didn't do anything regarding... Actually, I think Robert and Damien are the only dads that weren't even mentioned in that date, because we mentioned Ernest, who's Hugo's kid. You know, I think I want to do my second date with Hugo, because I do want to focus on dating him and Matt, who I've done 2 with, but only 1 with Hugo so far. And I've also done 2 with Robert, so Robert has a bit of a head start on Hugo, and I kind of want to tone that back down. So, I'm Matt Crafted Turp, and I'll see you guys next time when I guess we'll be dating Hugo. Goodbye.